Good morning, students. Today we are going to start with the second chapter, that is Segments of Indian Society. In the first chapter, that is Introduction of Indian Society, we have studied that formation of Indian society since ancient period till post-independence period. With the help of that, we came to know that how our society transformed. Okay, so now in this chapter we are going to study further that later how the society uh, changes or how the society divided into three parts. There are segments of Indian society, three segments. Segment means part. There are three parts of Indian society that are tribal community, rural community, and urban community. First, we are going to start with tribal community. Now, introduction of tribal community. The term tribe has had multiple meanings. Tribal is related to a group or community with similar ancestor customs and traditions. Means these tribal people, they have their own customs of their own beliefs, their own customs, their own tradition, their own culture. Their ancestors means these people, they live in a particular community, they isolate from other, they are not supposed to mix with non-tribal population. They live in isolated areas like in forest or in hilly areas, and they follow a particular tradition, and not even a single person but whole community follows the same. Their lifestyle, their way of clothing, their accommodation, housing, and all are similar to each other, and they have the bonding and primary relation with each member of the community, and they live like a family amongst all. According to Bhaumik Deshmukh, the term Adivasi is an umbrella term for a heterogeneous set of ethnic and tribal groups believed to be the aboriginal population of India. Now this word Adivasi it's a Hindi word. Okay, Adivasi, it's a Hindi word, but in constitution the proper word is given for this tribal people, that is ST, that means scheduled tribe people. It's a particular word is given by the constitution, otherwise previously these people are said to be Adivasis or aborigines or aboriginal people. But nowadays a particular or proper word is given to these people, that is ST, scheduled tribe people. Okay, so again the meaning is same, that these people are heterogeneous. Heterogeneous means they are diverse from each other. Okay, their ethics means their moral principles, their beliefs, they are similar to each other, and these people, they live amongst in their community. They are not supposed to mix with non tribal community or no with non-tribal population. Now the next is, see here some pictures are there on your screen. Tribes of India means tribals exist everywhere in the country. Yes, they are not only living in a particular area, but they lives everywhere in the whole country, not in a particular area, but in all the countries they existing. Okay, in different region of the country, tribal communities are exist, but these people, they are very less in numbers. According to 2011 census, only 8.6% population, tribal population exists in the country. Okay, so they are very less in numbers, but they we can found tribal people everywhere in the country. Further, we are going to study in detail that as per the region, their language and the name is given. The name is different, given to the tribal people. Now these are four pictures. Four different pictures are there. They are shown culture of tribes. That every means a tribal community, those who are belong from a particular region, they have their own culture and tradition. Means if the tribal community exists in Gujarat, so they have their own custom, they have their own tradition, or clothing is different, their dialects are different. The tribal community or the tribes who lives in Maharashtra, so their way of life, their culture, their tradition is different or diverse from each other. Okay. Now the next is houses of tribes. As I have already explained that these people, they don't have proper accommodation and proper place to accommodate themselves, so they prefer to live in isolate areas like forest or hilly areas. So and their houses are not proper, or they are not properly made by concrete and all. So their it's like a hut and all. So in this way, in the form of huts and all, they build their houses and they lives together along with all the committee members. So these are some jewelries of tribes. These tribal people, they won't prefer to wear diamonds and golds, not even they wear silvers. Instead of that, they prefer to wear iron. Okay, and that we can say iron and like a metal, a particular metal jewelry they used to wear. Now on the screen you can see this one chart is given. So with the help of this chart we will come to know that in which region this tribal peoples are exist in the country. So first is Himalayan region. The location is Himalayan region has three sub regions. First is northeastern Himalayan region, second central Himalayan region, third northwestern Himalayan region. Now name of the tribes who lives in Himalayan region are Garo, Khasi, Jainta, Naga, Mizo, Khasa, Lepcha and Gaddi. The next region is Middle Indian region. Location is Bihar, Jharkhand, West Bengal, Odisha, Madhya Pradesh and Chhattisgarh. Over 55% of the tribal people of India live in this zone. Now name of the tribes: Gond, Santhal, Munda, Ho, Oraon, Birhor. The next is Western Indian region. The locations and the areas are Rajasthan, Gujarat, Maharashtra, Goa, Dadra and Nagar Haveli. It has about 1 crore tribal population. Now name of the tribes: Bhil, Katkari, Warli, Baina. Next region is South Indian region. The location is Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, Tamil Nadu, Karnataka and Kerala. About 1/6 of tribal population of India is found in the southern zone. Name of the tribes who lives in this region: Toda, Kota, Irula, Badaga, Chenchu, Kurumba. The next region is the island region, and the location is the islands of Andaman and Nicobar in the Bay of Bengal and Lakshadweep in Arabian Sea. Name of the tribes: Andamanese, Nicobaris, Onge, Jarawa and Sentinelese. So these are the region, location and name of the tribes, those who live in a particular region. So with the help of this we come to know that the name of the tribes are different according to the region. So definitely if the names are different, so definitely their lifestyle, their customs, their traditions are also diverse from each other. Now, the next is characteristics of tribes. There are some basic characteristics of tribal community. First is geographical isolation. These tribal peoples, they prefer to live in isolated areas and in their own community, with their own community people. So that's why they prefer to live in forest areas as well as in hilly areas. Okay. According to the new scenario and according to the new era or the change in time, now these people are started mixing with non-tribal population. Means we found these tribal people nowadays in rural as well as in urban areas. Previously they were not supposed to mix with non-tribal community or with non-tribal population. The next is economic life. So these tribal people, they engaged in varied occupation and the basic occupation is agriculture. So such as occupation such as hunting, fishing, food gathering, forest produced, basket making, weaving, ironsmith. Okay. Beside they also practice simple agriculture and shifting cultivation. But basically these agriculture activities are performed or we can what we can say agriculture activities can be performed with the help of that weapons and the technology. That technology is outdated, so because of that outdated technologies the production is not good. Okay, so they are not supposed to sell that production in the market. So still these people, they uh, practice barter system which has already exist in the country, but which have already gone or removed from the country, but still these tribal people, they practice barter system because they don't have any say a source of economy. Okay, they are very means these tribal peoples, they are illiterate. Okay, and ill medical or poor health. Why? Because they malnutrition is there, proper food is not available, means nutritional food is not available, means these people, they are not supposed to prefer that fruits and all which we used to buy from the market. So whatever they got in the forest, so they survive on that only. Because of that they became malnutrition. They used to drink unclean water, proper shelter is not there, proper roof is not there, so they have to survive in all the circumstances, like heat is there, heavy rain is there, then extreme winter is there, so they have to survive in all these situation. So because of that they have poor health, because clean water is not there for drinking. Even illiteracy rate is very high. These people, they are illiterate, and also there is no means economic facilities are not there. They are still economically backward. So this is the economic life of tribal community people. The next point is sense of identity. The territorial boundaries of tribal community people is their identity. Their folks, this folk nurture, tribal folk nurture, the territorial boundaries are the identity of their community, because these people, they prefer to live in their own community. Different regional people, they live in their own community, so their territorial boundaries are their identity. They don't have Aadhaar card and all to show to anyone, so their way of talking or their dialects, their way of clothing, their lifestyle, their folk, means the folk which they practice. Okay, so these are the identity of their community, that they belong from a particular community. The next point is endogamous group. Endogamous group means this word comes from endogamy. Endogamy marriages means marry within one's own region, okay, or in community. Means they are not supposed to perform marry, or usually married are not, marriages are not performed outside the community or outside the region, so that these marriages are said to be endogamy marriages. So endogamous group means tribal community people, they mostly prefer to marry, or they mostly marriage in their own community. They are not perform marriages outside their community. Okay, and the marriages are performed on the norms of their community. Norms of the tribal community marriages are performed. Even in their this marriages are contractual, so this divorce and remarriages, such things are not practiced uh, in their community. Okay, but as per the change in time nowadays, that even the tribal community people, they prefer to marriage outside community. Means as per the change time, previously they used to perform, and the mostly marriages were performed in their own community. They were not supposed to perform marriages outside their community, but as per the change in time now, they perform marriages outside their community, because they started accommodating themselves in urban areas. The next point is distinctive culture and language. They this tribes or tribal people, they have their independent tradition, their independent culture, their independent custom, their folk. Okay, so these people, they have their independent tradition, so that is their identity, and it is said to be distinctive culture. Languages, that dialects, what they use to for the purpose of communication. So dialects means it's a form of language which don't have script. Some languages, they have oral form also and written form also, but dialects are only the language who only have speaking form. Written form is not there. Like Marathi we can write also, we can speak also. English we can write also, we can speak also. Hindi, Sanskrit, we write also, we speak also. So these are said to be languages. But Konkani, Malwani, these languages are only spoken. We are not supposed to write these languages. हम उसको लिखते नहीं हैं, सिर्फ बोलते हैं. सो जो लैंग्वेजेस सिर्फ बोली जाती है, लिखी नहीं जाती, उन्हें डायलेक्ट्स कहा जाता है. और जो लैंग्वेजेस लिखते भी है और बोलते भी है, उन्हें प्रॉपर लैंग्वेज कहा जाता है. So there is a difference between dialects and languages. So this ट्राइब्स जो भी लैंग्वेज बोलते हैं या जो भी यूज़ करते हैं कम्युनिकेशन के लिए, दैट इज़ सेड टू बी dialect. It is not said to be language. Okay, but to communicate with the people outside the tribes, they speak regional languages as well. मतलब वो फॉर द पर्पज़ ऑफ कम्युनिकेशन वो जिस रीजन में रहते हैं वो वहाँ की लैंग्वेजेस भी बोलते हैं, ताकि वो दूसरे लोगों से या आउटसाइड उनके कम्युनिटी के जो लोग हैं उनसे कम्युनिकेट कर सकें. The next point is simple society. So these tribal communities are considered as simple societies because their social relationships are primarily based on family and kinships. Their relationships are based on their family and kinship, brotherhood. They have a own system of beliefs and practices. Okay, so these people, they perform primary relationship with their community members, and all the people, those who are there in the community, they think that they have blood relationship with each other, and it's a they have the bonding like a family members. Okay, and because of their own tradition, because of their own custom, their own beliefs, they are very comfortable with each other, and they have bonding like a family members. So this is said to be simple society in which they supposed to live. The next point is simple religion. Their form of religion are known as, first is animism. Animism means worshipping the soul or ancestor. They used to worship the soul or ancestor. Ancestor means forefather, जैसे पूर्वज. ओके, हिंदी में उसको पूर्वज कहा जाता है. सो वो आइदर दे वर्शिप सोल्स और देयर forefathers or purvaj. The second form of worship is animatism. Animatism is a worshipping any non-living body like stone or wood. Means non-living things are also worshipped by tribal people like stone, trees, wood. Okay, so this is said to be animatism. The next is totemism. Totemism is a form of worship. In this, they worship a tree or any animal as their founding ancestor. Means they not only believe that means they believe that animals and trees are also their ancestors. Okay, मतलब वो भी उनके पूर्वज है, वो भी उनसे भी उनका ब्लड रिलेशन है. They believes in this. Means they only human beings are not their ancestor, but they also believe that animals and trees are also their ancestors. The next is Manaism. Manaism is a form of worship. In this, they believe on supernatural powers, that one particular person is having or any supernatural power entered in any particular person's body. जैसे हम हिंदी में बोलते हैं कि किसी के अंदर कुछ आत्मा घुस जाती है और उसको वो आत्मा की प्राप्ति होती है एंड ऑल. तो ये उनका एक बिलीव है कि किसी की कोई जो है जो मर चुका है उसकी आत्मा किसी एक पर्टिकुलर पर्सन के बॉडी में आ जाती है. जैसे हम हिंदू रिलीजन में भी ऐसा बोला जाता है कि उसको देवी आई है या उसको माता आई है. तो वो देवी वगैरह तो एग्जिस्ट होती नहीं है, बट वो उनका बिलीव है कि वो उस इंसान के जिस्म के अंदर या उसकी बॉडी के अंदर वो देवी ने देवी प्रवेश कर चुकी है या देवी आई है, तो वो उस पर्सन की जो है वो पूजा करते हैं, उसकी वर्शिप करते हैं, क्योंकि वो ये बिलीव करते हैं वो देवी की आत्मा जो है वो उसके अंदर, वो पर्सन के अंदर आई है। तो ये ट्राइबल पीपल्स का भी ये बिलीव है कि किसी की सोल जो है, कोई सुपर पावर जो है, उसकी जो सोल है किसी एक पर्टिकुलर पर्सन की बॉडी में एंटर हो गई है, तो वो उसको, उस चीज़ को भी वर्शिप करते हैं। द नेक्स्ट इज naturism. Naturism means natural things are worshipped, like water, sun, moon, fire. Okay, so these things are also worshipped. These natural things are also worshipped by tribal community people. Even apart from this, they also believe on black magic and white magic. Okay, they also believe on black magic and white magic. So this is the system of belief, or this is the simple religion of tribal community people. The next point is community administration. Each tribe has its own distinct ways of community administration. For solving various problems existing in their community, they have their own tribal panchayat system. Means elder of the community, elder people of the community, they became the chief of that community or chief of that panchayat, and they solve the issues which exist in that community. So these people, these tribal people, they are not supposed to approach to the police station or any high court and supreme court. They try to solve their problems by themselves, and the chief of the panchayat, tribal panchayat, he only gives the decision on that particular issues. So this is the administrative system of tribal community people. The next is clan organization. Clan organization means family organization. Clan means it's a family or blood relation. Okay, so there's system of belief that this clan are an integral or essential part of tribal community. They refer to a number of families who are related in blood or who trace their descent from a real or imagined person, object, or being. Means the family members, those who are having blood relation, they are also there, and apart from that, as we have already studied in belief or in religion, that they believe or they they believe the real or imagined person, like anybody's soul or superpower is existing, or any object or natural being. Okay, so they found their family relation or blood relation in them as well. Okay, means in other things are also they found their blood relation. Means not only they means only not only the biological family members are having blood relation, or they are the part of their family, but also other things to whom they worship. Okay, they are also a part of they are also the part of their family and blood relation. Next point is egalitarian values. Egalitarian values means all the peoples are equal or having equal status in the community or in the society. Means discrimination is not supposed to made, or inequalities are not supposed to create in the society on the basis of caste, on the basis of gender, as well as on the basis of caste system or gender based inequalities are not supposed to create in the society. So, this tribal social organization is based on egalitarian principles, means inequalities are not supposed to exist in their community. All are having, means all are equal in the society. Sometimes in some tribal communities, chief perform or chief enjoy that higher status. Okay, so in some tribal community, this system we come to know that chief is perform higher status, and he supposed to have all the authorities. Like maybe you have seen in Hindi cinema that सरदार है तो वो सरदार की बेटी जो रहती है उनको अलग ट्रीटमेंट दिया जाता है, मीन्स दे ओबे एंड रिस्पेक्ट from all the peoples. So this it is happen in few tribal communities that but a chief is having higher status, he enjoy higher status, and he is having authority to take the decision. But discrimination and inequalities are not supposed to create. All the peoples are getting equalities or equal opportunities in the community. That is said to be egalitarian values. Now we have finished all the characteristics of tribal community. We have to move ahead with reasons for tribal exploitation. That we know that these tribal people, they are not having equal opportunities in our society. Somewhere they are exploited, means the way of lifestyle what we survive, they are not surviving the same. So as a citizen, somewhere their rights are exploited, somewhere they are not getting equal status and position in the country. That's why government has adopted or implemented lot of measures for SC and ST peoples. Okay, this is the general discussion I just wanted to do with y'all. If a person a person is from open category, so he is having his different marking system, but the ST people, they have their different marking system. Even the child from open category, he is if he is paying 50,000 or 1 lakh rupee fees for a particular firm or for a particular course, so the for the same course or for the same firm, that ST student or ST child used to pay 500 or 1000. So there is a vast difference between our this common people or open category people and this ST children or ST student. Why this has been implemented by the government? To provide education to them and to become literate to them, because these people, they are illiterate. So to make them literate, government has adopted such schemes. Government adopted some strategies and these schemes implemented for the upliftment of tribal people. Okay, so again coming back to the point, there are some reasons highlighted on the screen, reasons for tribal exploitation. And that first reason is the British wanted to exploit tribal resources which were rich in minerals and natural resources. Means British people, they wanted to exploit tribal resources. This tribal people, they are based on natural resources, or they used to survive on natural resources. But this British people, they wanted to exploit, or they wanted to exploit this minerals and natural resources. So this is one kind of exploitation. If these resources can be used by the Britishers or common people, then what is supposed to left for tribals. So this is also one kind of exploitation of tribal community people. The second is contact with missionaries desirous of converting the tribals, which in some cases resulted in identity crisis. Some missionary religions, they wanted that tribal should convert into their religion. So it is a big crisis of their identity, that if they would change themselves, or they convert themselves into other religion, so it is a what you say, it is a great crisis for their identity. Means how they are going to identify themselves, and how they are going to tackle with outside community people. The next point is entry of specialists like medical professionals, agents, and vendors into the tribal areas, causing alienation of tribals from their traditional medicines. This medical professionals, means they in search of herbs and all, they entered into forest, okay, and they plugged all that natural resource and natural things, okay, uproot natural things. So first of all, these tribal people, they are not supposed to afford expensive medication. They completely depend on natural medication. But nowadays people, those who are living in urban areas, they also depend, or they also prefer to take Ayurvedic medicine instead of this allopathic medicine. Okay, so the demand for Ayurvedic increases. So whatever natural medications are there, they are uprooted or plucked from there. So nothing is left for these tribal people. So this is also a kind of exploitation faced by the tribal community people. Now, development of transport and communication in the tribal areas, which facilitated the entry of outsiders in the region. Development and transportation. This is good for the urban community peoples, but because of this transportation and communication, that it is easy to move outsiders in the region. So because of this, life of the tribal people is destroyed or get disturbed. Okay, so these people, they prefer to live isolated. They prefer to live separate from outside country or non-tribal population. But because of all these facilities, now people can move easily from one place to another and in any region. So this is create a kind of disturbance to them. So because of that also, they feel that they are exploited. The last point is displacement of tribal populations from their traditional habitat due to industrial establishments, construction of big dams, highways, etc. Means the changes taken place in tribal population. Means their habitat was, they used to busy in agricultural activity. They mainly depend on barter system. That was means their that is their economic activity, means barter system. and all. But because of this establishment of industries, construction of big dams, highways, people started moving from here to their areas, and their natural habitat, living style or their lifestyle is getting changed because of all this development and because of all this establishment. So when one can disturb, or when one can feel that something different is, some different activities are going on, or some different they experience, so they feel that it is a kind of exploitation which is created and which is going on for them. So actually for urban people and for rural people it is a development, but for tribal people it's not a development, it's a kind of exploitation. Okay, so instead of all this, because nowadays for the purpose of establishment of big industries, forests are trees are being cut, forests are getting destroyed. Okay, so these people they don't have place to accommodate themselves. If forests are getting destroyed, so where they are supposed to accommodate themselves, where they are supposed to live, and what they supposed to have. Okay, because these people they are already illiterate, so they are not supposed to get job in big industries or in big companies or in multinational companies. They have to depend on agricultural activity itself. Okay, but if nothing is left, if natural resources are destroyed, so what will left with them for agricultural practice or for agricultural activity? It is correct, so it is for them it's a kind of exploitation. So these are the reasons for tribal exploitation. Hope you have understood chapter till here. In the next lecture we will continue further. Thank you everyone.